can't wait for it to happen on this side of the border. Airline mask mandates dropped in the USA. A federal judge has voided U.S. mask mandates for planes, public transportation after CDC extension. Well, what do you know? We know that there's Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary. We know she's not happy with this. She
was not happy.
And we'll have a clip to prove that in the minutes ahead. But Sheila, what do you make of this?
You know, I think this is fantastic. I wrote it up for the website yesterday. The judge who did this, and I think the moral of the story here is, of all the things that Trump did or didn't do, one of them should have been busting up Google like it was Standard Oil. That's one of the things I wish he had done. He didn't do it. Yep. But one of the wisest things that he did, and his greatest legacy, I think, and it's playing out today, it's protecting an entire swath of Americans from government overreach to this day, even though he's been out of the White House for 2 years. This judge is a Trump appointee. So Catherine Kimball Mizelle is a U.S. district judge in the Middle District of Florida. She's a Donald Trump appointee, and she ruled in favor of the Health Freedom Defense Fund. So that's who brought this challenge against the federal government's mask mandate on airlines. The suit was first filed in July 2021. This is what she wrote. It is indisputable that the public has a strong interest in combating the spread of COVID-19. So she's not a COVID denier, as the left would love to tell you. In pursuit of that end, the CDC issued the mask mandate, but the mandate exceeded the CDC's statutory authority. So she's bringing the government back in line here, something we never see in Canada. Improperly invoked the good cause exception to notice and comment rulemaking, and failed to adequately explain its decisions. Because so much of this stuff is, well, if it saves lives, we'll do it. And it's like, well, but how do we know it even does that? Just because you say so? You're going to have to explain something and show your work. And she's saying the CDC never did that with masks. They just kept doing this stuff. Because our system does not permit agencies to act unlawfully, even in the pursuit of desirable ends, the court declares unlawful and vacates the mask mandate. So Ron DeSantis, naturally, Big Ron, in Florida, he called the mandate misery. He said, great to see a federal judge in Florida follow the law and reject the Biden transportation mask mandate. Both airline employees and passengers deserve to have this misery end. And yeah, she was this judge. If she were not a conservative, she would be a darling of the left because she's just 35. She's a very ambitious young woman, but the problem is she's conservative. Yeah. She clerked for Clarence Thomas, and she was appointed by Trump and confirmed by the Senate in 2020. On the flip side, though, let's look at this in Canada. In Canada, not only do we have mask mandates on planes and on trains, but if you're unvaccinated, you can't set foot on a plane or a train. And we do
you're
have
under house arrest.
You're on a no-fly list, like a common terrorist, except Omar Khadr can get on a plane.
Yes.
Unvaccinated people can't. And on the flip side, we have our own version of a similar lawsuit going forward here in Canada. I'm frozen? Am I frozen? I don't know. Brian Peckford, so the former premier of Newfoundland, Brian Peckford, is the lead plaintiff in a lawsuit to declare the vaccine requirement for air travel unconstitutional. So that's, I mean, the best. They're striking down mask mandates in the United States, and we Canadians still cannot get on a plane without showing a flight attendant that you got the jab.
And you know, lest anyone think you're exaggerating the case, Sheila, when you're bringing up our own homegrown Al-Qaeda terrorist, Omar Khadr, not being on a no-fly list, even though he is allegedly supposed to be. Our boss, Ezra Levant, proved that's not the case when little Omar was invited to fly out to the East Coast to give a speech at a university. Ezra was also on that plane and went over to ask him questions. Of course, the police were called. Not on Omar, folks, but on the journalist.
Not on the terrorists in the airport.
Yeah, and evidently the Air Canada pilots, I understand, were very surprised and very concerned that this individual was on their aircraft. I mean, he's only somebody that's killed a U.S. serviceman by throwing a hand grenade, partially blinding another one. I mean, what's the big deal? That's right.
That's what we know of. He was a human bomb factory over there making IEDs.
Exactly.
So those are the casualties and fatalities that we know of, and only that we know of.
Oh, hey guys, thanks for watching. That's a clip from our Rebel News daily live stream where we talk about the news of the day in an unscripted and interactive way. It's co-hosted at noon Eastern or 10 Mountain Standard Time by me on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And on Wednesdays and Fridays, we've got rotating co-hosting happening from some of our other on-air talent. So good news, there's something for everybody. We broadcast on YouTube. But if you want the full uncensored version, you're going to have to find us on Rumble, Super U, and Odyssey. And be sure to sign up for our rebelnews.com emails so that you never miss us when we go live.